How you going? Jettison Wells here from Hobajing Narrative Practice. So, I reckon for years I've got it wrong. I've been asking myself why the voice in my head is Agatha Trunchbull from Matilda and not Miss Honey. This evil, horrible woman with yucky things on her face who's always pointing at me and telling me how awful I am and how ridiculous my thoughts are. And for years I've sort of thought, why is there so much negativity in my head? Why is this voice in there? But you know what? I'm wondering if the question isn't actually why. Is the question how? When I ask why, I'm giving the power to someone else. I'm looking for answers, and sometimes that's what's necessary. But when it comes to confidence, when it comes to self-esteem, controlling that dickhead living between my brain and my vagina, okay, maybe not that low, just my brain and my mouth, I need to rein that in. I need to be the powerful one, okay? So now changing thought patterns is, complex, right? If it was simple, I wouldn't be a counsellor now helping other people out. But may I say that it's crowded, okay? Changing thought patterns is very, very crowded. Now, for me, there are so many historical supposed facts in that little space in there. People from the past saying, hey loser, hey abo, hey povo, hey slut. There's a maths teacher in there who told me on the first day of grade 8 that I would never amount to anything. There's an auntie in there who used me as a measuring tape, for her own daughter. There's anyone with a penis under the age of 18 living in Wynnum in 1983 who got to taste, touch, bang anything under this skirt. There's the primary school principal who couldn't possibly expect anything good from a quarter caste kid. And you know what? There's that high school principal who expelled me at the age of 12 for stealing $10 out of someone's bag, even though I hadn't eaten in a couple of days. They're all in there. They're all vying for a place. They're stamping their feet and they're demanding their opinion is heard. And the way that I'm handling it is I'm going, why are you doing this to me? Why are you asking me these questions? Why am I always, thinking negatively? But what about the lady who used to stop me in the street and tell me that she admired my politeness? What about the guy who probably didn't take my womanhood as ceremoniously as I would have liked when we lay for the first time under a car radio he'd installed in his bedhead, but 4 years later offered to put a bit more effort in the second time round? I said no, by the way. What about Shireen, who at the age of 12 searched for me when I ran away from home and was about a week behind me for months? A woman I still know and love and respect today. What about Stephen and Grant and Grace, some of the most beautiful, creative people that I've ever met, and I gave birth to them? And Ella and Jackson and Tyler and Zach and Holly, who laugh at my grandma jokes and beg me to take them to the park. What about Libby, who I've known for 3 months less than my husband and cried because I moved states? What about my colleagues in the graduating class of the 2019 Masters in Narrative Therapy who are blown away by my counselling ideas? What about the HR manager who was so impressed with my training delivery, she kept me on for a whole project's worth of motivational training? And of course, what about my auntie Vicky, who still refers to me as a beautiful girl at 51, or the arms of my Uncle Jim, who provides the safest place on earth for me? Once I get going, I can find lots and lots of positive things. So should I be asking myself why? Why would I harness that love and energy and positivity? No, I wouldn't put it that way. Not at all. Why am I focused on the negativity? Why did so much shit happen in my life? Why was I surrounded by fuckwits? Why did I make so many mistakes? No, I don't think the question is why. I think the question is how. The question is, how do I harness the love and the energy and the positivity? Because it's there. I just came up with, 10 different examples, and I'm sure you can too. How do I flick that fucking mole out of my head and get her to see the sunshine, the beauty, the love that I've brought to the world and bring every day? Well, here are a couple of ideas. So some people like myself need, a smack in the head, and they need something physical like an old elastic band on the wrist. Right now, when Trunchbull gets in there and saying, fuck Jen, why would you try that? You flick the elastic band to build the habit of bringing Miss Honey in to say, Jed, have a go, I'm right behind you. Some people have pictures. Like me, I've got a sexy shot of my husband on the front of my phone, and when that voice comes in and says, geez, that's a lot of mascara for an old bird like you, I look at the picture and I remind myself that someone thinks I'm pretty cool. It's just about getting something physical that's going to sort of, stop that cyclic thinking of negative and negative and negative and negative. And also too, it's not about blowing smoke up my ass, all right? It's not about standing in front of the mirror and going, yes, I know, I'm just perfect. It's not about that at all. It's about looking for the exceptions as to what those people from my past are saying in my head, right? I'm supporting myself. I'm betting on myself that regardless of the outcome, it's going to be okay. If you find yourself battling with Miss Trunchbull, justifying why it is you are trying something, put your gloves down for a moment, even if it's just for a second, just a start, just one moment of difference in your thinking today. And imagine Miss Honey or whoever it is that's positive in your life, just sitting on the sideline, so eager to watch you have a go. You don't need to justify the why to anyone. But to yourself, you need to figure out the how. You can do this. We got this.